What's going on, boys? Quinn69 here. How you guys doing today? I just got finished watching the BlizzCon opening ceremony, and it had some huge announcements for Diablo. Without further ado, let's watch the new Necromancer trailer.
Death has ravaged our world, and the balance that sustained us has been lost. We feared this day would come, when the lands are ruined, and the champions of the light can no longer save those in need. But I will. For I wield the power they cannot. And a new army of the dead shall rise at my command. All who threaten the balance, beware.
If you're anything like me, you are now wondering, what the hell did you just watch? Okay, mechanically speaking, how does the Necromancer work? What abilities were being used in that video? And thankfully, Blizzard actually have a blog post, and I've got all the information here for you guys right now. So the main ability that was being used there is called Command Skeletons. Okay, now this is a really fun one. It's an active passive. Alright, so get this. It costs 50 essence, that's your resource, essence. Active. Command your skeletons to attack the target and increase the damage by 100% for 5 seconds. Okay, so this is like a world first. Blizzard are actually making, like, you know, you can actually target monsters with your pets. Okay, this is not in Diablo 3 ever. I wonder if they're going to implement it to other classes. Maybe they want Necromancers to be special like this, actually being able to attack. It's going to be amazing, okay? So they can basically tell all their flippin' skeletons to attack a guy, and it also provides damage amp. Now the passive, okay, get this. This is fun. And this is OP. This is awesome. Raise skeletons from the ground every second. Skeleton minions deal 50% weapon damage per attack. So they're doing, you know, consistent damage, and they're always out. You have to do nothing, and then whenever you want to, you can then click it and then tell them to attack stuff, which is a flippin' awesome skill. From what I could tell, looked to be about 10 skeletons. 3 of them were ranged skeletons. They all, assuming they all do the same damage. Can remember, this is unruned. There are no runes for this, you know, Necromancer right now. Currently, it's super early on in development, and I mean, we only have 6 abilities to look at. And remember, okay, all these numbers are going to get tweaked. This is just a base, so don't be like, oh my god, this is super weak, or oh my god, that's super overpowered. Okay, that's all going to get tweaked and balanced later on. Okay, the next skill, Siphon Blood. Okay, this is like your generator. Generate 15 essence each time damage is dealt. Siphon Blood from the targeted enemy, dealing 300% weapon damage as physical. Siphon Blood heals you for 2% of your max HP while channeled. It's like kind of like a warlock out of like World of Warcraft. You just sit there and you can channel an ability which gives you resource and life back, and also deals a bit of damage. And that's going to be, you know, that's your generator effectively. I'm assuming there's going to be other ones. There'll be like instant cast ones which have cooldowns. You're going to have items which augment it. There's going to be tons of stuff, but that's the base idea of the Siphon Blood ability. It's going to give you resource. Okay, Blood Rush. This is a mobility ability. It's a 4-second cooldown. Shed your mortal flesh and reappear up to 50 yards away, passing through most obstacles. Okay, I hadn't read this until now. You guys are seeing my reaction right now. I didn't... What the... What? So that's a dashing strike with a 4-second cooldown. And 50... Yeah, that's OP, dude. That's OP. They better... And that's unruined as well. What? That's insane. I mean, okay, that's going to get nerfed. I'm just saying. There's no way that's going to stay in there. 4-second cooldown, 50-yard teleport, unruined. I mean, what? And it doesn't cost any resource. I mean, yeah, it's still really early. We'll see. But that's flipping amazing. I mean, that's insane. All right. So now those little ice balls we're looking at, that's called Bone Spear. Okay? This is from D2. And the way it works is it costs 20 essence. summons a piercing bone projectile that causes 450 weapon damage as physical to all enemies it passes through. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's just like a frontal, line attack. Passes through enemies. Unruined, remember, I'm sure they can do lots of stuff like make it bounce, make it bigger, make it, larger AoE, but maybe shorter range. I'm sure there's going to be tons of runes that completely augment this ability. Remember, you're going to have legendaries, set bonuses, tons of stuff that are going to completely change these abilities. Okay, now this is probably everyone's favorite. Corpse Explosion. Target an area exploding all corpses within 20 yards. Dealing 150% weapon damage as physical. So this is going to be insane for doing speed runs. Then greater rifts, I guess it's going to be less effective because the higher you go, the slower you're killing things, and the less, you get less corpses. So it doesn't scale with the mob HP. I mean, obviously Blizzard don't want to do that because the second you scale Corpse Explosion with mob HP, then it gets really overpowered in GRs and greater rifts, and it's really hard to balance, like it was in Diablo 2, where it actually scaled off their HP. But I mean, this is a really cool ability. I think it has a lot of potential for speed farming, and maybe they might try and make a rune that makes it viable in greater rifts. I don't know how exactly you could do it. I mean, I can think of a couple of ideas, but I'll talk about that later. So Corpse Explosion all around, I think this is going to be one of the most staple signature moves in Necromancers. I remember everyone when I played D2 was telling me to use it, and it seems to be quite nostalgic, this ability. I'm sure you guys are going to love it. Okay, now that weird little circle thing you guys saw in the video is called Decrepify. It costs 10 essence. This is going to be pretty OP for groups and stuff. A crippling curse that reduces enemies' movement speed by 75% and reduces damage done by 20%. So this is going to be a very strong group thing. It's going to proc your Bane of the Trapped, and it's also going to reduce the damage dealt, for all the abilities and stuff. And it's also going to be quite good for solo GRs. I mentioned a 75% snare. It doesn't say a duration here, but I mean, a 75% snare means you're going to be able to kite pretty easy. But that's all the abilities we have for the Necromancer right now. Keep in mind, guys, there's going to be lots of balancing, lots of changes, runes, sets, all that stuff. So, what do we know so far? Like, how do we get it, and when do we get it? The TLDR is, you're going to buy the Necromancer, right, boys? Okay, so it's not a Diablo expansion. I mean, even though they're going to be releasing a new class, new zones, and a whole new mode, which I'm going to go on to talk about in a sec here, it's not an expansion, technically speaking. Nor is it like D2 remastered or like Diablo remastered. It's going to be a bought little pack, okay? So you're going to basically buy the class. It's a hero class. It's going to be called the Rise of the Necromancer pack, which will include a pet, 2 new character slots, 2 new stash tabs, along with a portrait frame, pennant, and banner shape, and a sigil. So basically a lot of taint. You get a lot of taint and a brand new goddamn class. It's kind of making me wonder why they didn't just make an expansion, like if they're going to be adding all this content. But whatever, dude. I mean, I'll allow it. So we get like a pretty much just pay. I don't know how much it'll be. One would assume it's going to be like what? I'm gonna guess. It's not an expansion. So what? Expansion's like 100 Ds, maybe like 50 Ds, 50 USDs perhaps. And basically, you can unlock this hero and play this hero, and you get all that stuff. So when can we play the Necromancer? It was said the Necromancer will go on sale in 2017. We don't know exactly when the PTR is going to be going up for the Necromancer, etc., etc. I mean, the second it's playable on the PTR, I will be streaming that. I'll be on that like a hawk. It does look pretty flippin' awesome, and I'm excited to see how dank this Necromancer is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my overview of the Necromancer class. Okay, there's still a ton of stuff that I've left out of this video here because it won't all fit in one video. I'm going to be releasing another video either later today or tomorrow probably, just covering all of the rest of the stuff that's happening at BlizzCon. This is just specifically to do with the Necromancer. And there's still another day and a half of BlizzCon to go, and potentially a bunch of, new announcements for Diablo. So stay tuned, boys. Definitely follow my Twitter, boys. I've been tweeting there every time there's a new announcement. I'm like spazzing out on my social media, and sub to the channel if you haven't. That way you can see when I post a video. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace the hell out, and have a good day.